Hey there. So today we'll be making some more games on Scratch. Today is the day 3 class of our Scratch gaming. Last time I gave a homework of working on this chick game and placing a game over screen once the chick touches the egg. So if I play this right now, whenever my chick touches the egg, the game stops, but I want there to be a game over screen. So how to add that? Basically, we will go into this backdrop section underneath our screen. We'll just click on it. Now we just have to go in the search bar, or we can just choose any background from here. For example, I want this blue sky. I'll click on it. Now I have a plain blue sky and all my background is removed. What I have to do, I will click on this little background screen over here, backdrop 3, and then I will go over here in the backdrop section. Now, one thing about Scratch is that we can create our own backdrops, we can customize our backdrops, and we can customize our characters. How to customize a backdrop? For example, I have this. I just want to write a game over here. I'll just take the text. I'll click in between and I will write game over. I want this to be with red. I will select this all and I will click fill and I will take this to the color red and I will increase the size of this and place it in the middle of the screen. Just like this. Decrease the size and place it in the middle. Now, whatever other thing I want to do, like I want to color the screen red, and like I want paint, I want to click everywhere, I want to draw something or anything. I can draw anything I want. For example, I want to draw a sad face. If I want to do that, I can do that. So now, once our game over screen is created, what we will do, we will go back in this code section and we will click our egg. Now, I don't want this game over screen in the whole game. As you can see, the game over screen is still present here in the whole game. I don't want this to happen. So what will I do? I will click on the eggs code and I will take the option looks. And in the looks option, I will take the option switch backdrop. Now, I will place this option underneath the when green flag clicked option. Once it's over here, I will change this option to the normal blue sky that I had before. Now if I start the game, you can see that my chick is jumping and it has a background. Now if it gets stuck, it still doesn't have the you lose option at the background. So what I have to do, I will go again and I will take another backdrop option, the same as the before one, switch backdrop to, and I will place it right under the wait until, which means wait until touching chick, and when it touches the chick, it will stop everything and also switch the background to blue sky too. I will choose the second background, and now I will start the game, and whenever I lose, it says game over. See, that's how easy it is to place the game over section. Now, this was one of our games. So today we're creating another game, a new kind of game. Before we do that, I want to explain that what is x and y coordinates. Okay, if you see on my screen, I have this little game to explain it to you. So I have this sprite character over here. Now, whenever we go in the motions option, we see this option. We take this we always take this kind of option, the option of go to x and y. Now, why do we always take this option and what does this option actually means? Now, if you see this sprite on my screen, whenever I am going up and whenever I'm going down, whenever I'm going left and whenever I'm going right. This is indicating my x and my y. So what is x? X means going left to right. Whenever you go from left and whenever you go to right, this means that point is known as x. And whenever you go up and down, it's called y. So left and right means x, which means a horizontal line means x, and up and down, which means vertical line, means y. So whenever I'm go and now look at this little text box, you see this x value and y value. If I'm going up, you will see only the y value changing. See, I'm moving, x is still 0 but y is 75. Now if I go down, still the y is changing. Now it's in the minus section, but still the y is changing, not the x. Now if I come back on the original position, you see now if I'm moving left to right, that means x, only the x position is changing, not the y. Now if I'm going from towards right, only the x is still changing, not the y. If I go up and down, then the y will change. So this is what x and y means. Now let's make another game. Today we will be making this little cat chasing the mouse game. I will click full screen, and now let's start playing it. I will click this green flag icon. So this is the game. I have a cat moving here and there, and I have a mouse. Whenever the cat touches the mouse, it will make a kind of sound. I don't know if you can hear the sound, but it's making a biting sound whenever the mouse is touching the cat, just like that. So this is the game that will be making today. So let's stop the game. Okay, so in order to make another game, for example, we have to close the previous game. What will we do? First, we will save this trick game, file, and save now. Now we will go again in file and we will click on new, which means a new page will create for us to create a game. Now, how do we create the catch mouse and cat game? First, we need to remove this sprite. I will delete this from over here. Now I will go in this choose a sprite option. I will click over here, and for example, I want a cat. I will type cat and I want this cat. I'll click on the cat. Now I have a cat right over here. I will put the cat in between. Now, we also need a mouse, but first we're going to work on the cat. What I want the cat to do, I want it to move whenever I'm moving the mouse. In the game you saw, wherever I moved my mouse, there the cat was moving with it. So first of all, we'll take the events panel, and in it I will choose this first option, which is the when green flag clicked option. Now what I will do, I want to tell this cat to move with my mouse. So now that I have taken the position of the cat, now what I want the cat to do is I want it to keep moving whenever I move the mouse, which means I want it to move forever until I stop moving my mouse, which means we have to take the forever block. So we will go into the control section and we will take this forever block. I will put it right over here. Now what I want to do forever, I want it to move with my mouse. So I will go into the motion option. I will take this option point towards, and I will put it between the forever panel. I will change this to mouse pointer, and I will start the game now. And if you see, wherever I'm taking my moving my mouse, the cat is facing that way. Now it's just facing towards wherever I move my mouse. I want it to also move. So I will again go into the motion panel and I'll take this option move 10 steps and put it underneath the point towards option. Now whenever I start this game, you can see that the cat is moving along where my mouse is and also pointing towards that way. It will keep on moving until I stop my mouse at one certain place. So now the code of our cat is done. Next, we have to make the mouse and also the background. So first, I will go again and choose another sprite. Then I will say a mouse. You can make any kind of game like a lion and a deer, or a shark and a fish. Right now I'm making a cat and a mouse. I'll just click on the mouse now. Now I have my mouse, and now I want this mouse to keep on moving here and there and never stopping. Right? So what I will do, I will again go into this events option. Make sure you're clicking on the mouse right over here because we're putting the code for the mouse. I will take this when green flag clicked option, and then I will go and take the in the controls option, I will go here and take the forever option. Inside forever, I want this mouse to move everywhere, keep on moving. So I will go in the motion section and I will take the option uh, glide glide option, and I will put it inside the forever option. And I will change this 1 second to whatever I want. 1 second will be too fast. I can make it go for 2 seconds or 3 seconds, but let's just try 1 second for now. If I start the game, we can see the mouse is moving. I think this much is enough. If I start the game, we can see the mouse is moving finally here and there. Now, I wanted to bounce from the edge whenever it touches the edge. I want it to bounce and come back in the go to another edge. What I will do, I will come in the motions panel and I will scroll down and I will find this option if on edge bounce. I'll put it under the glide option. Now if I start the game, Wherever the mouse is touching the edge, it's bouncing towards the other section. Now, two things are remaining. I want this cat, whenever it touches the mouse, I want it to make a biting sound. Now, to make that biting sound, I will have to add a sound. So to get a sound, I will click on the sounds panel over here, and underneath it is a choose a sound option. I'll click on that, and I will search for a sound named bite. I'll click on it. Right now only I can hear the sound, but you can listen to it on your own device. You will see that it makes a biting sound. Now I'll go back onto the code section, and now I want to set a condition over here which will be in control. I will name it if and then. I just take this option, put it inside the forever option. Now I will go and take this sensing option, and I will take the very first option. I'll put it inside the if, and I will change this mouse pointer to cat. That whenever this mouse touches the cat. Now what I want to do when the mouse touches the cat, I want it to make a biting sound. So now I will go into this pink panel, which is the sound panel, and I will take this very first option, put it inside the if, and if your sound is not bite, you can just go and click over here and change it to bite. Now if I start the game, my cat is making an option whenever it's touching, it's making a sound whenever it's touching the mouse. Now just one thing is remaining, which is the background. So I can go in the backdrop section, and I can choose whatever backdrop I want. You can choose whatever you want. For suppose I'm choosing this blue sky option. Now my game is all complete. So this is the first game. This was the code of the cat, this was the code of the mouse, and this was the backdrop. Now, if you want to save the game, you'll just double click over here. You'll name it something. For example, I named it cat and mouse game, and now you can go in file and save now. Once you're done with this, we can go on and make another game. Now, there's one more thing. For example, I want to customize how the cat looks. I don't want this orange colored cat. I want to change the color. I can just click on this cat right over here, and I can go in the costumes option. Now I can just click any part of the cat. For example, I'm clicking the body. I can go and fill, and I can change the color from here. For example, I want it to be pink. I can change the color pink. I'll click on the tail. I can also make this pink, however pink I want, or I can take the eyedropper tool and touch anywhere, and it will just change the color. So wherever I click, it will change its color, just like this. So you can customize the cat and the mouse according to what you want, and also the backdrop. Now if I click the mouse, I can also change its color like this. For example, I can just take, for example, I want it to be green. Can take that color. I can click on the body, and I will just go and take green, just like that. So this is how you can customize your cat and your mouse, or any character or backdrop you choose. Now you can save it again, and we can go towards our next project. Okay, so the next game that we will be making will be this one. There will be two cars, and it's basically a racing game that these both are on their tracks, and this is the finishing line. Now I'll press the green flag. This green car is moving with the space, and this purple car is moving with the right arrow. Whoever, now this is a two-player game. Two people can play it. One can keep pressing space, and one can keep pressing the mouse. We do not have to hold the mouse and the space, but we have to keep clicking it. So when both people keep clicking it, whoever reaches the end first will have a color, and will say you won. For example, the purple car won, so it says in the purple you won. Now if, what if the green car won, then it will say in the green option, in the green color, and say you won. So let's go and make this game. Let's go and take a new project by clicking on file and new. Now we have a blank sprite and blank page. We can change the sprite by deleting it first. We can go into the choose a sprite option, and we can take, for example, let's just make a shark and a fish race. I'm going to type shark. I'll click this shark. You can take whatever you want. Now let me place the shark on the very starting point. And now what I will do is I will go in this events panel, and I will take this when green flag clicked option. Now I will tell Scratch the actual position of this shark, where it is standing right now. So I will have to go into the motion panel, and I will take this, go to X and Y option. I'll place it here, and now I want this shark to move whenever I press space, which is really easy. I will just click on events, and I will take the second option when space key pressed. You can change how you want this shark to move. You want it to move with any letter, or you want it to move with right or left arrow. There are many things down. You want it to move with any number. You can choose. For example, I'm just going to choose space. Now, when space key pressed, what do you want to happen? I want it to move. So I'll just click on motion and move 10 steps. I'll just put it right over here. Now, I will start the game, and you can see whenever I'm pressing space, it keeps on moving further. I'll click on the green flag again, it will reset. Now, what I want is another sprite because I want him to have an opponent. So I will click again, choose a sprite, and I will click on any fish. I'll just type fish. We have different kinds of fishes over here. I can just click on this one, the very first one. Again, you can take whatever you guys want. I have this fish. I will just place it right over here. Now, I will also have the same code as I had for the shark right here. I will just have the same code for the fish. First, click on the fish right over here from here. Now, again, go in events. There's green flag option. Then you can go in motion, tell where it is right now. So you'll take this go to X and Y option. Then you'll go again in the events and take the when space key pressed option, and you'll change the space to up, down, right, left, whatever you want. Let's just say I want it to move whenever I press the right arrow. So one player will press space for this one, and one player will press right arrow for this one. Now, what I wanted to do when the right arrow is pressed, I wanted to move. So I'll go in the motion and move 10 steps, the very first option. Now let's play the game. Space moves the shark, and right arrow key is moving the clownfish. Now I'll reset it. Now only one thing is remaining, which is the background. So I will go into the backdrops option, and I will go on and take this blue sky. Now I want to customize this because this does not look like a racing court. So I will click over here in this small icon of the backdrops. Once I click that, we have to go over here in the backdrops option above. Now what we have to do is customize. So how will we do that? I will just take this little rectangle you see over here, and I will fill it with another color. So let's just say I want it to be of dark blue. I will just make two lines. Like first, this is the moving code for the shark, and now this one is the moving code for the clownfish. Just like this. Now we have two racing codes. Now what is remaining is the finish line. So I can just take another rectangle, and I can change the color of it to red, and I can just draw a rectangle over here. I can just move it wherever I want. Now let's just write the finishing line over here. So let's just take the text, click over here, and let's write finish. I'll just change the color first, change the color to white, and start writing finish. Once I write that, I can rotate this, and I can make the size a little bigger and put it over here, just like this. If I want the size to be however I want. Now we have a finish line, and we have two opponents. Now if we go back in the code section and we start playing the game, we see that they both are racing, they both are moving. But now if you see, whenever it touches the finish line, It's not saying who won, and it's not having a screen saying you won. Now that is a challenge for you. Try and figure out how you can make the you won screen. It will be just like how you made for the chick. You made a you lose screen for the chick, and just like that, you can make the you won screen for a shark and also the clownfish. So let's see how you can do, and tell me how you made it. Now, before going, just save this project and then you're good to go. So I'll see you in the next class.